Hey everyone, this is the new module, Mobile Operating System and Security. The first is the introduction. Why should I take this module? Okay. The use of mobile devices has grown very rapidly. It technicians and professionals must be familiar with the operating system on these devices, like desktop and laptops. Mobile devices also use operating system to interface with the hardware and to run software. The two most commonly used mobile operating systems are Android and iOS. In this module, you will learn about the components, functions, and terminology related to mobile operating systems. You will learn about the difference between the Android and iOS mobile operating system. Android being open source and customizable, and iOS being proprietary to Apple and closed source. You will also learn about common mobile devices features like screen orientation, screen calibration, Wi-Fi calling, virtual assistants, and GPS. You will work with both the Android and iOS operating system as part of a lab exercise. The portable nature of mobile device makes them at risk for the left and lost. You will learn about mobile security features such as screen lock, biometric authentication, remote lock, remote wipe, patching and upgrading. You also learn that mobile OS operating systems can be configured to disable access if too many failed login attempts are made. This can prevent someone from trying to guess a password. Most mobile devices also have a remote lock and remote wipe features that can be activated if the device is stolen. Okay. What will I learn in this module? Module title: Mobile Operating System and Security. Module objectives: explain the purpose and characteristic of mobile operating system. Topic title and topic objectives. Okay, in the first is Android version versus iOS. Compare the Android and iOS operating system. Mobile touch interface. Describe the features of the Android and iOS touch interface. Common mobile devices features. Describe operating system features that are common among mobile devices. Passcode locks. Explain how to configure various types of passcode locks. And cloud-enabled service of mobile devices. Describe cloud-enabled service for mobile devices. And finish with mobile devices software security and describe software security for mobile devices. The first topic is Android versus iOS, open source versus closed source. Okay. Like desktop and laptops, mobile devices use an operating system, OS, to run the software. The chapter focuses on the two most commonly used mobile operating systems, Android and iOS. Google develops Android and Apple develops iOS. Before users can analyze and modify software, they must be able to see the source code. Source code is the sequence of instructions written in human-readable language before it is turned into machine language, zeros and ones. The source code is an essential component of free software as this allows the user to analyze and eventually modify the code. The software is said to be open source when the developer chooses to provide the source code. The software is said to be closed source if the program's source code is not published. Select the arrows below for more information on closed and open source operating system. Okay, this is Android and Android GUI. Android is an open source, Linux-based smartphone tables operating system developed by the Open Headset Alliance, primarily driven by Google. Released in 2008, on the HTC Dream. The Android OS has been customized for use on a wide range of electronic devices. Because Android is open and customizable, programmers can use it to operate devices like laptops, smart TVs, and ebooks readers. There have even been Android installation in devices like cameras, navigation system, and portable media players. The figure shows Android running on a table. Okay, this is the image. Next, iOS GUI. iOS is a closed-source Unix-based operating system for Apple's iPhones, smartphones, and iPad tablets. Released in 2007 on the first phone, the Apple iOS source code was not released to the public. To copy, modify, or redistribute iOS request permissions from Apple. The figure shows iOS running on an iPhone. Okay. Finish with Windows 10 Mobile. iOS is not the only closed source for mobile devices. Microsoft also created a version of Windows for their mobile devices. This includes Windows CE, Windows Phone 7, Windows in the figure, and Windows Phone 8. With the development of Windows 10 Mobile, Microsoft provides a very similar user interface and use of code on all of their devices. These include their Windows 10 mobile phones and tablets they develop under the name Surface. Okay, and the next topic of subject is application and content source. Okay, apps are programs that are executed on mobile devices. Apps are written and compiled for specific mobile operating systems, such as Apple, iOS, Android, or Windows. Mobile devices come with several different apps pre-installed to provide basic functionality. There are apps to make phone calls, send and receive an emails, listen to music, take pictures, and play videos or video games. Apps are used on mobile devices in the same way programs are used on computers. Instead of being installed from an optical disc, apps are downloaded from a content source. Some apps can be downloaded for free and others must be purchased. Select the arrows below for more information on iOS and Android apps. The first is iOS apps. Apps for Apple iOS mobile device are available for free or purchase from the App Store. Apple use a walled garden model for their apps, meaning the apps must be submitted to them approved by Apple before they are related to users. This helps prevent the spread of malware and malicious code. Third-party developers can create apps for iOS devices by using Apple's Software Developer Kit (SDK). Xcode and the Swift programming language note that Xcode can only be installed on computers running OS X. And Android apps. Android apps are available from both Google Play TM and third-party sites, such as Amazon App Store, Android Studio, and Java-based SDK. It's available on Linux, and iOS X. Android apps run in a sandbox and have only the privilege enabled by the user. A prompt will appear if an app needs to obtain permissions. Permissions are granted by the app settings page. Third-party or custom programs are installed directly using an Android application package (APK) file (APK) file. This gives users the ability to directly install apps without going through the storefront interface. This is known as sideblogging. Click each image below for more information on apps. Okay. The next subject, automobile apps. Many few cars have navigation built into them. Some also some also have what is known as a vehicle entertainment system. A growing trend is using many apps on your mobile device through this entertainment system. Your table or smartphone is connected to the system by USB or Bluetooth to enable what is known as Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Navigation is one of the most common uses for this connection. You can also access the music on your mobile device and play it over the car stereo. Other features include type text, hands-free, calling, access to digital assistants, and a display of your calendar contents. Okay, finish with check your understanding, compare Android and iOS, select the current mobile laws for each platform features. Linux-based operating system. Linux-based operating system is Android. And cloud source operating system is Apple iOS. Developed by Open Headset Alliance, Android. Source code is not released to the public. Apple. Use Wallet Garden model for apps, iOS. Third-party of custom programs are installed directly using an APK files, only Android. Submit correct. You have successfully identified the mobile laws for the platform features. Okay, the all answers is correct. Next topic is a mobile touch interface, and this subject is Android home screen items. Much like a desktop or laptop computers, mobile device organizer icons and widgets on multiple screens for easy access. Select the arrows below for more information on home screen items. Okay, and the first is Android main home screen. One screen is designed as the home screen. Additional screens are accessed by sliding the home screen to the left or right. Each screen contains navigation icons, the main area where icons or widgets are accessed, and notification and system icons. The screen indicator displays which screen is currently active. Okay, in these points or dots. Okay, and navigation icons. The Android does use the system bar to navigate apps and screens. The system bar is always displayed at the bottom of every screen. Okay, and notification and system icons. Each Android device has an area that contains system icons, such as the clock, battery status, and radio signal status for Wi-Fi and provider networks. Apps such as email, text messaging, and Facebook often display status icons to indicate communication activity. To open the notification area on Android device, swipe down from the top of the screen. You can do the following when notifications are open. Respond to a notification by touching it. Dismiss a notification by swiping it up the screen to either side. Dismiss a notification with the icon. Toggle off the music settings. Adjust the brightness of the screen. Open the settings menu with the quick settings icon. Okay, so I have a lab working with Android. In this lab, you will work with the Android operating system. Only, only look this lab. Okay, yeah, this is for the older topic. And continue with the iOS. Okay. And the new subject is iOS home screen items. The iOS interface works in much the same way as the Android interface. The screen to are used to organize apps launched without touch. There are some significant differences. No navigation icons. A physical button may be present instead of touching navigation icons. No widgets, only apps and other content can be installed on iOS device screens, and no app shortcuts. Each app on a home screen is the actual apps, not a shortcut. Select the arrow below for more information on iOS home screen items. Okay. And home button. Unlike Android, iOS devices do not use navigation icons to perform functions. On iPhone versions prior the iPhone X, a single physical button called the Home button performed many of the same functions as the Android navigation button. For these older iPhones, the Home button is at the bottom of the device and can perform many functions. Some common functions performed by the Home button with explanations of how these functions are performed on the iPhone X, which has eliminated the Home button as shown below. And wake the device. When the device screen is off, press the Home button once to turn it on. On iPhone X, you can wake the device using either facial recognition or by raising the phone and tapping the screen. Rise the Wake is also available on iPhone version 6s and later. And return to home screen. Press the home button while using an app to return the last home screen what was used. On iPhone X, return the home screen by sweeping the screen up from the button. And start Siri or voice control. Press and hold the home button to start Siri or voice control. Siri is special software that understands advanced voice controls. On iPhone X, Siri is launched by pressing and holding the side button. The next arrow is iOS Notification Center. iOS devices have a notification center that display all alerts in one location. To open the notification area on iOS devices, tap the top center of the screen and swipe down. This will show the phone's lock screen. Any notification will appear in the middle area of the screen. As shown in the figure from here, you can browse your notifications and alerts, dismiss them, clear them, and not use them as necessary. Okay. The next arrow is commonly used settings. iOS device allows the user to quickly access common settings and switches, even if the device is locked. To access the commonly used settings menu, swipe down from the top right corner. The control center comes with some default controls that are always available. You can configure additional controls when navigating to Settings Control Center. In the figure, the user has added the flashlight, time, calculator, camera, and other apps to Control Center screen. And iOS Spotlight from any screen of an iOS device, touch the screen and drag down the Rebel the Spotlight search field. Any part of the screen except the very top of the very button should work. When the Spotlight search field is revealed, type what you are looking for. Spotlight shows suggestions from many sources including your installed app settings, the Internet, iTunes, App Store, mobile showtimes, and nearby locations. Spotlight also automatically updates the results as you type. Okay, and we have a lab. Okay, this lab I made in the older video, uh, the lab with iOS and lab with Android. Okay, this is all for this topic, and see you in the common mobile devices feature. Thank you for watching.